Jesse Eakins.
Jesse Eakins and
Shirley Eakins.
Shirley Eakins. Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for participating. And are you a house owner here?
Well, we built this house here, but we put it in a trust for our children.
Okay.
And that's where it is now. We can stay here as long as we want, as long as we do the repairs and pay the bills here and pay the taxes. It's ours.
When did you build the house here?
30 years ago.
Okay. And you've lived here since then?
Well, we've lived here 50 years.
We lived 20 years down another house down below.
There before we built this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
We lived here, it's been over 50 years. We've been married 54. How long has it been? We've lived here 52, 53 years in this area.
Community?
Yeah.
So you knew almost the entire community here, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's always been around here.
So do you have any wells on your property here? Any of the gas wells?
Oh, no, not on our property. We only have 3 acres here.
Okay.
What you see, the grass is cut, that's mine.
Okay.
And the well is up over the hill about 1,000 feet away.
But it's what? It's about not even half a mile. It's right at the top of the hill.
Yeah, 1,000 feet's about all it is.
I don't know whatever it is.
It's right over the top of the hill. First well.
Okay.
And there's more right out this way and more up on top of that hill there. And
Yeah, I missed your turn, and I ended up going up and around, and I saw there was a couple up on the top and
on
the other
well,
side.
that's further away.
Spread out. Do you know when they put these wells in here?
What, 3 years ago they started?
2008 they started. It was about that. Yeah, 2008.
Well, I think maybe even 2007 maybe they started the first one. And that's the one as close as us. I think they're covering it up and finishing that one now.
They backfilled
They're
it,
putting
but
grass
they
in
still
there.
have
I think they're done with it maybe.
They still have the barrels and everything up there, but they backfilled all this stuff.
Oh, did they? That means they stopped using the well altogether?
We don't know that.
I think they...
You don't know?
We don't know that. You're not allowed to go on their property.
Yeah, I saw lots of signs.
I don't know how they do that, whether they pipe it somewhere else.
They got pipes coming down there and pipes down this hill and pipes going.
I don't know how they...
Probably clear down to Houston, that Mark West. They probably pipes all go down there because they process stuff for them. This is Atlas Gas, and Range Resources has some further over on the other side of the lake.
So I really don't know how...
They're getting ready for this whole hillside, from this side over here all the way to Vella. They're getting ready to do that. I see big equipment down there today when I come in, going up on the farm where I used to live.
Seems like it's all over here.
Yes.
They're getting ready to make some more trouble. And they better worry about that school down there. See, that school has wells the same as we do. They don't have drinking city water.
No.
City water is 3 miles up the road here and 4 miles down to Avella. The school's right here in the middle, and they still got wells.
What's the name of the school?
Avella High School.
Avella High School.
Avella area schools.
So you mentioned that your water has been affected.
Oh, yeah.
Was your water affected from the gas drilling?
That's our opinion.
Yeah.
Fracking.
I know it. I lived here 29 years, and the water was perfect. We put that well in there, and we moved here and built this house. And for 29 years, the water was perfect. And all of a sudden, these people are here, and the water's bad. And everybody in town got bad water. I never heard no bad water before this.
It's like I said, they push this, what they call fracking, down to get the gas out. That water, they say, oh, no, it doesn't affect anything. But when it goes down there, where does it go? They say they pump it out, but...
Well, the thing is they push it down under pressure to fracture. That's what fracking means. Fracture. They're fracturing the rocks, the shale.
Out of gas.
Okay, Marcellus Shale. Well, when they push it down under pressure, it could come up any place. And I think it did, right in our well.
Before your well was contaminated, had you heard anything about the Marcellus Shale gas extraction process, the pressure and the fracking?
They know nothing about it till they started here.
When did the water become contaminated?
In 2008, and this alarm and that alarm in there went off. Smoke alarm.
Smoke alarm and carbon monoxide alarm both went off the same time in the middle of the night, like scared us to death.
4:30 in the morning it went off.
And there's nothing wrong. I thought there was something wrong with the furnace, so I called the furnace man, and they come and they check and said there's nothing wrong with your furnace. That's what it was. But
then it has happened since.
Well, it's happened quite a few times over the last couple of years.
Yep, all last year and this.
They just start making noise for no reason at all.
And we're sitting. Well, the one day I come home, I spend Tuesdays and Wednesdays over at the senior center. I come home and he's gone. He took his bike and he went for a ride to get mail or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I come in and I says, "What's going on?" The carbon monoxide was going off. And then it says, "Take to clear air." Mm-hmm. So I stood it on the porch. It will not go off. I have to take the battery off to get. And whenever he come home and I said, well, we always said like we thought it was a furnace. And then I says, well, he started the bike up. I said, maybe it was from that. But I says, I don't know how long he was gone, and the
bike's out there. It ain't gonna be affecting nothing in here.
It's never in here now, But I figured, well, maybe it was. We always figured it was something else. We never put two and two together with that because. And then the neighbor says, "You having problems with your?"
Yeah, this neighbor right here in this house. He says that he's got trouble with his water. It's contaminated. I said, "We got no trouble with ours." He said, "Well, he found a bunch of little white specks of sand in it." Well, the next week after I told him there's nothing wrong, the sink faucet started plugging up. I took it apart, a bunch of white specks of sand in it, just like he was talking about. So I took my water to have it checked, and they said it's contaminated.
Where did you take your water?
Dean's Water Service. And then after that, I called that number. What the hell is his name? It works for Atlas Gas. Down around Uniontown somewhere he is. I got his name down here somewhere.
The hotline?
Well, it was the number this guy gave me over here.
Okay.
So I called him and he said, we'll go up there and get water and we'll check it out. So he said, we'll come and check your water. So they started supplying us some 6-gallon jugs, 6 in a box, And they sent a guy here and he took about 20 samples out of our water downstairs from Atlas, sent them here. But they never did tell us nothing about what it was. That was the end of that game.
What was in it.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us if there's something wrong or not because that was their man. So then after that, we got involved here. Down here, they was talking to a couple lawyers. So we went down there and listened to their stuff. They had the DEP come here and check the water. DEP took samples, in January or when was that? December?
February.
January, I think.
Somewhere in there, February.
And they ain't never give us a report yet either. And I called the lawyers up 3 weeks ago and so did they down there, wanting to know where's our report. Well, they didn't get no report. We ain't got no report yet since January.
I went to a dermatologist and she says, please let me know what's in the water when you come back and I'll see if you're allergic to something. So I called the lawyer and I says, please give me what the water was tested for, what's in it. And he says, I'll give it to you. So Friday before I went to the doctor's, he called me, he says, I haven't got the report yet.
Yeah.
And I still haven't got it.
I don't think they're going to give them to us.
I don't know why they won't.
I think it's affecting my legs. My legs are hurting so bad I can't hardly stand anymore. And I can't hardly walk anywhere. I went to that funeral over there in Claysville for Nathan Kennedy, and they're burying him, and there must have been a few thousand people there. And I'm on the honor guard for the American Legion in Lavella, and I went over with our men, and we had our flags, and we're out there standing waiting for them to bring the casket out. My legs are hurting so bad, I said, I can't go. I cannot walk to the graveyard. My legs are hurting so bad. And it's only been hurting like this last year or so. And I think this water's got something to do with it because we was drinking it up until a year ago. We didn't know any difference. And plus everybody had diarrhea in town. Then we started to see something wrong. So now we don't drink it no more. We just get bottled water off of Dean's and we cook with that too. But still I have to take a shower here. And they say breathing that water when you're taking a shower ain't good for you. Well, my lungs are going to the dogs here in the last year. I can't hardly do anything without huffing and puffing. And I had pains in here, terrific pains, and now I ain't been getting that so much, but I've been belching all the time. I never done that all my life. Now I'm always belching gas up, and for no reason at all. I don't know what's going on.